Hi everyone. Earlier this year, the federal government established a Royal Commission into violence, abuse, neglect, and exploitation of people with disability. This is commonly referred to as the Disability Royal Commission. With public hearings commencing this month, I wanted to share some information with you about the Commission and how CPL will play a role in this very important inquiry. What is a Royal Commission? As you know, there have been quite a few Royal Commissions in Australia over the past few years. You may have heard about the recent Royal Commissions into banking and aged care, for example. So, what exactly is a Royal Commission? Put simply, a Royal Commission is an independent inquiry established by the federal or state government to investigate matters of public importance. In Australia, they are the highest form of public inquiry and they provide recommendations to the government about what actions need to be taken, how improvements can be made, and whether there needs to be changes made to any legislation. What does a Royal Commission do? The main objective of a Royal Commission is to investigate a topic and to make recommendations. As part of their investigation, Royal Commissions hold formal hearings and accept submissions from people, organisations, and government representatives. But anyone can make a submission to a Royal Commission, and there are protections in place if people wish to remain anonymous. In addition to public submissions, Royal Commissions also have the power to request information from people, organisations, and governments relating to their line of inquiry. They can also summons witnesses to appear before the Commission and answer questions. These requests are legally binding, meaning if a Royal Commission requests information, then it must be provided. Although Royal Commissions are usually called in response to problems or poor practice in a particular sector, they also represent the opportunity to identify best practice. So that means they don't just focus on the bad, they also highlight the good and can showcase progress and improvements across a sector. What about the Disability Royal Commission? The Disability Royal Commission will look into the treatment of people with disabilities across all settings, including healthcare, education, businesses, housing, as well as disability providers. Across these settings, it will specifically focus on the themes of violence, abuse, neglect, and exploitation of people with disability. The Disability Royal Commission is expected to run for about 3 years because of the broad scope and also to provide as many people as possible with the opportunity to share their experiences. This is so that the challenges facing people with disability are identified and truly understood. Why is it important? This commission is important because it gives people living with disability an opportunity to share their experiences and also provide insight to everyone about what works for them and what challenges they still face today in society. It also ensures that people living with disability are actively involved in shaping any changes and recommendations for the future. How is CPL supporting the Royal Commission? CPL may be called upon to provide information to the Disability Royal Commission, predominantly related to our services and governance. That includes how we've used incidents as a learning experience in the past and how we've used those experiences as a chance and opportunity to improve our practice, our quality, and our processes. What does it mean for you? The Disability Royal Commission changes nothing about your role or our shared commitment to quality and the safety of our clients. As you all know, quality and safety have been a key priority for CPL for many, many years now, well before the announcement of a Royal Commission, and it will continue to be so going forward. Now, we'll keep you up to date on any developments in CPL's involvement with the Disability Royal Commission. However, I urge you to continue reading the resources that we send to you and to continue to keep yourself up to date with safety and quality processes and procedures as they apply to your role and to the services that you deliver. I hope that this information is helpful in building your understanding of the Disability Royal Commission. And I trust that if you have any further questions about the Commission, then you'll email them to us at our dedicated Royal Commission inbox, which is royalcommission@cpl.org.au. Alternatively, you can visit the Royal Commission website at disability.royalcommission.gov.au for more information. Take care, stay safe.